Hi everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. It is hot outside. Woo, I know it's been a while. So let's get going. So ladies, if you're dealing with menopause like I am, turn 50. Woo, I can't believe I'm even saying 50. Do not live with all the BS that comes with the menopause. Yes, we are super mad. Eve ate the apple and we are just suffering for it. But we do not have to suffer. Find yourself a doctor, a nurse practitioner, someone that will listen to you, validate what you're going through, and not make it seem like, well, you know, if you have all this stuff, I could give you an estrogen patch or HRT, but that's all. Like, no, I don't want any of those synthetic chemicals running in my body, giving me cancer, giving me who knows what. So I did find a functional nurse practitioner, and she tested me from head to toe with everything. So she said that I tested positive for some rheumatoid arthritis syndrome or whatever. I looked it up. It says if you test positive for it, it doesn't mean necessarily that you have it. You just have the antibodies for it and you could be fine, which I feel fantastic. I don't feel anything going on with me, but I am going to see a rheumatologist just to check me out and make sure everything is good. If everybody knows me, I'm a little bit of like, I don't know, is it hypochondriac? Because I'm not making up stuff, but anytime something's going on with me, I'm at the doctor like quick. I mean, I don't let it fester. I don't let anything like get out of control where a doctor's like, well, you know, if you would have been here like, you know, 6 months ago. No, as soon as I feel anything, I'm like, schedule a doctor's appointment. I'm sure my primary care doctor is probably like, oh my God, this lady is crazy, but I don't care. That's why I have insurance. So, and my husband's like, how many doctors do you see? I don't care. I'll see like 100 doctors. As long as I am feeling fantastic and great, and anytime something happens, they take care of it like this, I'll see 100 doctors. I really do not care. I go and see the chiropractor every so often. I do red light therapy for inflammation because we're all suffering from inflammation. No matter how healthy you are, everybody still has a ton of inflammation in their body. So I got tested with my inflammation levels. They are low, woohoo, which is great. So just eating healthy, exercising, red light therapy, taking natural supplements, and I don't have any joint pain, no aches and pains, no nothing, you know. Let's see. So yes, so functional nurse practitioner says I'm great health-wise. I don't have any vitamin deficiencies, nothing. She actually told me to tone down my exercise. She says you don't have to do the high intensity, which I was doing higher level Pilates, which I love. She said more stretch classes, more of the low intensity ones. So I'm just gonna dial it back. I was doing 9 classes a week. I dialed it down to 6 classes a week with 2 stretch, 2 low intensity, 2 high intensity. So now I'm gonna dial it down to 2 stretch, 3 low intensity, and just 1 high intensity because I really love the instructor. I really love the class. So she said instead of doing 4-mile fast walks that I do twice a week, she said no, low paced walking, and you don't have to do 4 miles. And I was like, okay. And she's like, how do you have the energy to do all this stuff? You don't sleep? No. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. I cooked all this meal prep for the next week. I don't know. I think my body is used to like not sleeping. It's like, we got like, 2, 3, 4 hours. 6 is wonderful. If I could get 6 hours, that's great. If I could get 7, woo, it's wonderful. But I told her I'm like always revving so high because I have a special needs kiddo. He does not sleep at all. I don't know what to say. I am tired. Yes, I am tired, but am I like, acting like droopy? All like, oh my God, my life sucks. Never. I always feel I'm blessed. And it's so funny because she's like, your life and what I see doesn't add up. And you're probably one of those people who is like super positive and everything's such a blessing. And I just started laughing and I'm like, oh my gosh, you nailed me to a T. Life is super hard. I've been trying to really chill. She said, you need to chill. My cortisol levels and my estrogen levels are super high. And she's like, no bueno, you need to bring them down. So I've been really trying to relax more, read. I'm reading like a lot of books. I love to read, and just really being mindful of like trying to meditate more and breathing more, especially in my Pilates class, which I feel like I've nailed that down. But I also have to do it in my home life. So I am going to break out the rosary, big Catholic girl here, and do my decades and, just pray to Mary. Like, I really need some help. I need to chill. This life is going to kill me. But other than that, the nurse practitioner said that once I lower my cortisones, because my estrogen and cortisone levels were off the charts. Like, this is high. I was like up here. Crazy. And she's like, get it down. So I'm really trying. She's like, if you do, you will have the excess weight that you've gotten, that you gained in the last 8 months. That'll dissipate and you'll come back to your normal size. Because I feel like I'm totally good here, and then the hips are like expanded a little, and the clothing's kind of tight, and no, I do not like that. Yes, I've gained some weight because I'm building muscle and toning out, and just like really trying to like, look, it's not like wobbling as much. I'm still like, woo. Trying, Pilates in the butt, and, no back fat, and, I'm really trying. So, but she's like, you're doing a great job. I could tell, you're toned, you have some definition on you, and I could see like the extra weight, it does bother you. And I said, yeah, I'm around my hips, and that's where women get it. We get it all like right here in the center area. So, since I've had the tummy tuck and I've kept up with Pilates, I feel like my core is really good and really tight, and my butt is really good. But it's just like the hips. That's where the Puerto Rican DNA was like, oh yeah, give it to us, baby. We love that fat. We love that juicy fat. I know my husband was just like, oh, I love it, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. So with health, and I'm also still taking ivermectin. She didn't tell me to stop taking it. So with the ivermectin, it took away all my night sweats, my hot flashes, that brain fog I was feeling, that kind of like sluggish feeling, all that stuff. It kind of just like took it away. And I wasn't even doing it for menopause. I was doing it for parasite cleanse because I've been dealing with H. pylori for, oh my God, like a year and a half. And even though I have eradicated it with a holistic doctor with supplements, the supplements were like $155, and I didn't really want to pay that much money. And so I thought, why not get $12 of ivermectin horse dewormer and just see how it goes. And it's great. I've given it to my dog. My dog is fantastic health. We spent $3,000 on my dog on this horrible eye infection, and nothing ever worked. They wanted to do surgery, and I'm like, how are you going to charge me $5,000 for surgery when you've charged me $3,000 and you haven't cured his eye infection? Like, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. So the ivermectin, I gave it to myself, my husband, and the dog, and everybody's feeling freaking fantastic. I love it. So it's been huge positive thing, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I want to do it a natural way, a holistic way, and with a functional nurse practitioner. We're going to deal with my hormone levels as natural as possible. And then once I get that in check, then, you know, my weight will come off around my hip areas, and then I will be like super, super happy. No Puerto Rican hips. I don't like it. Let's see what else is going on. So my kids are doing amazing. I got 2 boys in college. My severely autistic kiddo that doesn't sleep, he's still going to high school, so I'm still very hands-on with that. And it's just so bizarre that, you know, when people are, I'm, you know, talking to a lot of women in Pilates and whatnot areas of my life, because I'm very social, everybody's just like, oh, well, are you gonna get a job? Are you gonna do, you know, make your own money? Well, what are you talking about? Making my own money? I'm married. His money, my money, it's all in one pot. I don't understand where everybody's like, don't you want to make your own money? Don't you want to have your own? No, I'm married. I do every joint finances, and our finances are great. So, and I'm very blessed. There it is, very blessed. So blessed that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I could be with my children, and you know, we're not house poor, we're not credit card debt poor, we're not auto loan poor, nothing like that, because we chose to follow Dave Ramsey. We live in a smaller home that is my husband is able to maintain all the expenses on a solo income, and we live within our means. If we don't have the cash to do it, we're not gonna do it. And my friends all know me. They see me get my little envelope and I have my cash, and then, you know, they'll say, oh, let's go out to lunch or let's do this, and I say, oh, can we wait till next month, because I already spent all my personal cash and I don't have any more cash. Everything is budgeted, and so that's how we stay within our means. That's how we're able to do things and not be house poor. Or we bought an affordable house 18 years ago. We're a couple years from paying it off. So excited about that. We built a pool 3 years ago. We're gonna pay that off next year. It's all done, like $190K done. And, you know, we had no car payments. My 2 boys got brand new cars, and they paid cash for them. They were used, and my kids are loving it because they don't have car payments like their friends do. And for like college, my kids got scholarships, state programs that pay for their tuition. So, and they went to local state schools, junior college, and now they don't have any college debt, no school loan debt. Dave Ramsey, I'm telling you guys, it's life-changing. You know, fighting is always about finances in your marriage, finances, kids, and other crap. Finances was a huge stuff in argument in our marriage as well. But once we got on Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps to financial freedom, it all went away because we're on the same page. We share the money. Nothing's his, nothing is mine. I don't get it. I mean, to each their own. If that's how you guys fly, that's fine. But no. So, there's not anything to fight about finances, and we're super good. And like I said, God's plan, we're so blessed with that, and just trying to keep everybody intact and out of therapy, right? So, a meal prep. So I'm going to be busy next week. I'm not going to have any time to make dinner for my kids and my husband, and dinner is very important. So I don't want them eating crap. I don't want them spending money that they don't need to because they're like, oh, there's nothing to eat in the house. So what I did is I took a couple hours out of my time and I made everybody meals, some of their favorite meals, and I labeled them all so everybody knows which meal is whose. And all they have to do is warm it up and good to go. I bought some of their favorite snacks. I also stuffed up the refrigerator and the pantry with some of their favorite snacks. So they're probably gonna be blown away. They're like, oh my God, Mom's letting us have the chips. Only because I'm super busy and I could let it slide a little bit. But normally eating healthy is the way, the rule in this house. I make homemade meals for them every single night. I like to make dinner, and that's just it. We do supplements. I'm trying to keep everybody happy and healthy, and I lead them through example, right? That's how you're supposed to be with your kids, lead through example. So that's it. So seeing the nurse for the menopause, which was killing me, and now it's fine, just have to battle the weight gain with the imbalance of my hormones, so I gotta work on that. And then seriously, the feminist movement of like, hey, you need to get a job and have your own bank account, have your own money. I'm not a feminist. I'm not into going to work and leaving my kids. I did that, and that was the worst thing I could have done for my children, and that's my choice, my opinion. I have lots of mommy friends who go to work and their kids are fantastic and they're freaking amazing. That's fine. But for me and my children, I felt I needed to be in the home. We needed to make it a priority that I stay at home, and that's gonna be it. Like, I'm not going to work outside the home. I have a severely autistic kid who needs a lot of hands-on attention. He is 20, he's gonna be 21, and it's gonna be like living with a perpetual toddler. Like, he does have a lot of independent skills, but he also needs hands-on with safety issues, living skill issues. So it's always gonna be teaching him stuff and, correcting him and making sure he's safe. So what am I gonna do at work? No, this kid still needs mommy. I'm gonna be mommy for the rest of his life and my life. So, and I wish everybody would get that mentality out of their head that, oh, your kids are in college and the other one's in high school, now you go to work. What do you think I do? I am working. I work in the home. I make sure the house is up and running, that it's functioning at the highest level, where because of the autism, the dysfunction is there unintentionally. So I'm trying to make sure, the house is clean, laundry's done, dinners are ready, and we can come together as a family unit and have family meal time, family game time, all that kind of stuff, especially when my severely autistic kid is with the babysitter. And so that is my job, and I love my job, and I do it to the best of my abilities. So liberal female feminist, like, you guys all seem unhappy anyways. I've never met like a liberal feminist that was like happy. I am happy to be at home in my traditional values and my traditional role as the woman, the wife, and the mother of the household. So it's just really weird that it's been like a big topic it comes up every so often, but lately it's been coming up a lot. I'm like, what is going on? So So those two things, and let's see, always keeping health and nutritional health as a main topic and rule in this household. I know it's a challenge, especially with sports and therapies and all this stuff. I'm tired too, and we order pizza like everybody else, but like very inconsistent, trying our best, raising men, and making sure they know their place as well. They have their finances in order, they're getting their education, they know they have to move out, and that women love mortgages and healthcare. I was just having this subject with my oldest. I go, hey, I remember women love mortgages and healthcare. We do. So anyway, so that is just the update. But I don't know what else is there. I don't know. But I know after this I'll probably go take a nap because I've been getting up every night at 2:30 a.m. I know, life is crazy, but it's all mindset. It's all what you make of it. It's what you have the priority in your life to make time for the people, your relationships. Also, how are those relationships reciprocated? I mean, if someone wants to like call me and make time for me and ask me how I am and how my kids are doing, I'm like right there, back and forth. But it's hard. People come in and out of your life, and then you get to see who the most important people are. They just present themselves through their actions, their care, and life is good. So I feel like life is amazing right now. Got my president in the office. Yay! Life is just so good. So I wish you all a wonderful day, great blessing. Advocate for yourself. Don't listen to like those doctors sometimes. You don't have to vaccinate your kids. I don't vaccinate my kids. After autism, my mind was open to what is going on. Love Robert Kennedy Jr., RFK Jr. Just love everything he's doing. Yes, let's expose everything. Let's go. All right, love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.